So hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in. I'm Nia Brooks with Tough Leaf. Today we are doing a profile on the National Association of Women in Construction, and joining us is Savannah from NAWIC. Welcome, Savannah. Thank you for coming on with me today. Yay, so happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Yay! Before we get started, I want to remind everyone that you can find out more about Tough Leaf and NAWIC by going to the description on this video. As always, you can go to toughleaf.com and connect with us on Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. NAWIC is also really present on all of those social sites as well, so you can always go to their pages too. For those who are hearing about Tough Leaf for the first time, Tough Leaf is a platform that connects certified diverse firms like women-owned businesses, minority-owned businesses, small businesses, service-disabled veteran-owned businesses, and other certified firms with general contractors, developers, and owners to meet project participation goals and requirements. As a mission-driven company, we aim to provide opportunities for diverse firms at no cost to them, and also support diverse firms with capacity building services so they can grow and scale their business. At Tough Leaf, we are members of quite a few associations and organizations, and we're happy to make two very big announcements today that we're very excited about. First off, Tough Leaf is now a corporate member of NAWIC, and I'm pleased to be serving as our corporate delegate. The second announcement is that Tough Leaf is the keynote sponsor for the NAWIC annual conference this August 9th through 12th in Portland, Oregon. We're proud to be a member of NAWIC and very excited to be sponsoring and exhibiting at the conference. And we appreciate what NAWIC does to support women in the construction industry. So Savannah, now that I've made my introductions, we're very happy to have you on today, and please tell us all about NAWIC.
Yeah, so the National Association of Women in Construction originated actually as Women in Construction of Fort Worth, Texas. It was founded by 16 women working in the construction industry in 1953. And since then, we have gone countrywide. We have over 115 chapters, and we're always growing. Our national office is still based in Fort Worth, which is where I am. And the key points for being members with us is we provide opportunities for professional development, education, networking, leadership training, and public service. And the goal and core purpose of NAWIC has been and continues to be to this day to strengthen and amplify the success of women in the construction industry.
Wonderful. Now I noticed you call it NAWIC. I call it NAWIC. So I'm putting a little Southern twang on it.
Everyone says it a little different.
Exactly. And that's good. Everyone can say it however it suits them. So that is absolutely amazing to hear. I always hear great things about the organization, and I feel like I see NAWIC, wherever I go. Like every event I'm at, there's some type of a booth. There's always someone nice who's trying to provide information about the different ways you can connect and the different ways that the organization really supports women who are in construction. So for us, we specifically work with associations and organizations that are experienced with or specialize in our area of expertise, which is creating opportunities for diverse subcontractors, vendors, and suppliers. With NAWIC specifically, that is women-owned businesses. So can you tell us a little bit about how NAWIC benefits women-owned businesses?
Yeah,
and including the women working for, the general contractors and subcontractors and suppliers.
Yeah. So the biggest thing is we do provide such a large network of like-minded professional women who are there for support and advice all of the time. We do partner with a lot of different brands that are targeted towards women in the industry, to provide equipment, workwear that is specifically made with women in mind. That's not always so easy to come by.
It's really not.
Yeah. We also provide resources for continuing education. So there's always going to be that momentum for a woman to drive herself further in her career and their business. And then when you speak to our members, honestly, what you'll hear is just that being in proximity with all of these women has helped them progress so much, because we have members from such different backgrounds and also all different experience levels. So it's no matter where you're at individually, there's always going to be someone for you to lean on. And the great thing is you can lean on them in a professional capacity, but also personal. Like these women have each other's backs. And it's also just great to see, the positive impact that women are having on the construction industry and knowing that you can do it regardless of these barriers that are put up for us.
Yeah, absolutely. I know for me, I sit on a couple different committees for a couple different organizations, and a lot of my committees have to do with women in construction or diversity. And I think it's really incredible how in the construction industry, there are these, in general, it's a community, but then you also have these smaller communities that really suit the individuals where they fall in, and you can find that support and encouragement and different opportunities to advance and grow your career and kind of find your place in construction. So with that being said, what specific challenges do women-owned businesses and women in construction, period, what kind of challenges do they face?
Yeah, I mean, for decades, you see that despite the fact that, the number of women entering the industry is growing, we still face the barriers that prevent us from advancing at the same rate that men do. So there's things that we face such as the double bind. We're told we need to be assertive and confident, but then it's turned around and said, well, now you're being too aggressive and, mean and bossy. We also have mentorship versus sponsorship. And women typically get more mentorship, which is great. It's the advice, the preparation to do something new, but men get more sponsorships, which is really what provides the opportunities to really show off your skills, to really put yourself out there. And women are not given that opportunity as much as men. We also aren't rewarded for our leadership styles. Typically, the construction industry is male dominated, and the leadership style of men is typically a transactional leadership, and that's pretty heavily rewarded. Whereas women usually naturally adopt the transformational leadership style, and that's not really appreciated or measured when evaluating for promotions.
Yeah, that's absolutely accurate. This has been so insightful, so I definitely appreciate all of that, and certainly it resonates with me. So how can we get more women not only involved in the construction industry, but becoming leaders in the construction industry? Because that is, part of the challenge is not just getting women in construction, but getting women into positions of power and authority within the construction industry.
Absolutely. At NAWIC, we really believe in getting in as early as you can. Letting girls know, starting in elementary school, these options are here for you. You can do this. So we do have the activities like Camp NAWIC, which is geared toward the younger generation. They get to actually go and build something and use tools and see what it's like. And going to job fairs, just really putting it out there to that younger generation that this is there. It's not just for boys. You can do it. And then again, we go back to, the mentorship versus sponsorship. I think we need to be very aware of who we are giving these opportunities to. A woman is just as good as a man. So, maybe just diversify who you're giving these opportunities to and just have that awareness. And as well, we have programs like the NAWIC Leadership Academy, which is designed to help embrace unique leadership styles and get recognition. Not all leadership training is equal. For sure, some things that work for men don't work as well for women. So we created this by women for women to leverage skills that we already have to elevate the success of women. So definitely getting into programs like that and just furthering your own knowledge of what you're putting out there and what you can do to use those skills to your benefit.
Well, that's wonderful. I certainly am very interested in Camp NAWIC now. I have a 4-year-old and she already has some interest in construction. The other day she picked out this sensory box at the craft store and it was construction themed. And I was like, oh, yes, you got construction thing. And then I had to explain to her, well, mommy works in construction tech, so I work with people who are actively working on these projects all day. And she was just like, really? She was so interested in it. So it was fantastic. Yes. So how can women in companies both because, there are various options with NAWIC. But how can women and companies get involved with NAWIC, and what can they expect to gain from membership?
Yeah, so I think the best way to get involved with NAWIC is either as a member or a sponsor. As a member on like the local level, that really provides you the networking and education opportunities, and also opportunities to give back to the community with, Camp NAWIC, but also community build events and things like that. And then on a company perspective, regionally and nationally, there's a lot of opportunities to get your name out there and really gain a larger audience to promote your company and also your clientele. There's also a lot of opportunities to advance as leaders by utilizing the resources, like I said, like the Leadership Academy. There's so much that goes into NAWIC, you'll never be bored. But we always like to say, there's something for everybody with us. So
exactly.
Yeah.
I was looking through the website the other day, specifically at the events, and it was like, not only is there the big annual conference, but there's also all of these regional conferences and socials and all of these things to do. And since we're a nationwide company, like we're based in New York, of course, and we have a really good presence here, but we're a nationwide company. So I'm looking at this list and I'm like, do I go to every single one? How many miles am I going to get?
Yes.
So while we're on the subject of these events and the annual conference, please tell us everything about the national conference, the annual conference, because I, for one, am very excited about it.
Yes, I'm excited. We hold an annual conference every year in August in a different city every year. So we will be in Portland, Oregon, August 9th through 12th this year. It's honestly an incredible opportunity for not only our members, but any women that are interested or are in construction. It's a perfect place to see what NAWIC is really about and expand your network. And we have a ton of speakers for breakout sessions. They'll be speaking on things like technology, leadership, culture, and community. We have 3 keynote speakers, Rihanna Rogers, Jamie McMillan, and Shannon Vogel. We're really excited to have them. And then there's an opportunity earlier in the week to attend OSHA 10 training, as well as a CBT course and testing, and Principles of Construction Management course. And then on top of all the educational opportunities, it's also really fun, honestly. We work hard there, but we play hard, and you get to have a lot of fun with these members. They're very welcoming, and it's just a good time.
And there, if I'm not mistaken, there's a golf tournament the day before it starts, right?
Yes, we
are. I think it raises money for something, if I'm not mistaken.
So we have 2 golf events that day. Okay. So we're going to have a golf tournament in the morning, and then in the afternoon there is a Top Golf event, and the money from the Top Golf event is to raise money for our NEF.
Okay,
so for Education Foundation, yes.
Great. Well, we're super excited to be there. I know we're going to have our booth, so we're going to be able to connect with people. We're going to have our exhibit space. And then we're giving the keynote, basically announcing the keynote speaker and speaking for 2 minutes. So I've been looking through some of the keynote speakers, and they're all so amazing. I can't really decide which one I hope I get to announce because they're all so great. But it certainly is a jam-packed couple of days.
Absolutely.
And I'm very excited to be in Portland in August because, that's just a perfect location. The weather is fantastic. It's so nice. So that is very exciting. I definitely appreciate your time coming on with me today and answering all of my questions. We're very excited, and I certainly learned a lot. I bet everyone who watches this video will too. We would like to encourage everyone watching to go to toughleaf.com and find out more about us, and nawic.org to learn about this incredible organization. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel, of course. If you found this video to be helpful or interesting, feel free to share. And don't forget to connect with us and NAWIC on our social platforms. So thank you again, Savannah and NAWIC, for being here today. We look forward to seeing you in Portland. I am counting down the days. Until next time, thank you for watching.